yesterday, where the bonds maturing on the 15th of July 2021, 18th of March 2036, 13th of February 2020, and 22nd of January 2026, with the various values, as you can see there, recorded yesterday. But for the Treasury bill segment of the market, we also saw improved investors' appetite as investors particularly continue to favor short-dated bills. But we saw the bill maturing on the 18th of January being among the most favored of the top four traded yesterday of the 28 benchmark Treasury bills on the FMDQ OTC platform. That had about 28 deals recorded and a value of 7.75 billion naira as value recorded at the end of trade, that is. But the most actively traded is the bill maturing on the 25th of May. That one had 126 deals done with a value of 31 billion naira recorded and a discount high of 19.20%. But for the total number of deals, came in at 494 with a value of 126.89 billion naira recorded. But let's talk about the S&P Nigeria Bond Index now. That had a level of 273.80 yesterday, with one day looking, well, negative 0.15%. Month to date is at 0.33%. Year to date is at plus 4.44%. And for the interbank money market, amidst pressure on system from OMO and bond auctions, money market rates spiked to about 200% as both OBB and overnight rates ended the session at 200% and 196.67% respectively. At yesterday's OMO auction, the CBN sold an estimated 2.9 billion naira worth of OMO bills to investors at 18.6% stop rate. And well, at the time of filing this report, according to Investment One, they hadn't gotten the other NIBOR rates. That's for the 1, 3 and 6 month rates, which we usually track on the program. But they're expecting market direction in subsequent session to be influenced by expectations regarding the outcome of the bond auction and March inflation figure, which should be released today, which was released today by the National Bureau of Statistics, showing a further slowing down of about 52 basis points in the month of March to 17.26% from 17.78% recorded in February. And according to the National Bureau of Statistics, this is the second consecutive month of a decline in the headline CPI on a year-on-year basis, representing the effects of stabilizing prices in already high food and non-food prices, as well as favorable base effects over 2016. So when we come back in just a moment, we'll talk about some other issues that we're looking at on the program. The federal government a few days ago released a new policy on tomato concentrate. So we're going to be talking a lot of agriculture on the program today, and we'll start it with Amaka Ajebu, who is a research analyst with Financial Derivatives Company. What is the expected impact? How are the farmers taking this piece of news, even though it's subject to confirmation or ratification by the ECOWAS Secretariat? It's still a plan that the federal government intends to pursue. How much of self-sufficiency has the country acquired for it to go ahead and introduce this new tariff, an increase from 40 to 50%? But also on the program, we'll listen to Aliko Dangote, who's the president and chief executive of Dangote Group, who is talking about Nigeria's backward integration and hoping that maybe tomato is a new way of huge revenue earner. Don't forget that once upon a time, tomato was really, the in thing, but then we had the scourge of Tuta absoluta as the tomato Ebola, which actually affected the country. So how much has actually been addressed? We've got African farmer Mogaji, who is a farmer and an agri-consultant, coming on the program, and we're talking a little bit more about that. But then much later on the program, we'll talk to Chukuma Anyanwu, who is the head of research at GTI Securities. He'll be giving us a sense of where the market is counting down to Easter. Tomorrow is Good Friday, so the markets will be closed, as well as on Monday to celebrate the Easter holidays. The federal government declared those 2 days as public holidays. So how is the market shaping up ahead of the holidays? We've noticed in the first 2 trading days of the week, save for yesterday, profit taking on most of the counters on the Nigerian stock market. So we'll take a look at those numbers. And then, of course, today, Mobil and NIPCO will be, top management from Mobil and NIPCO will be closing the market at 2:30 p.m. Now, remember that NIPCO took about 60% of Mobil. That's about 90 billion naira of the particular company. So they will be at the markets today. So we'll talk to Chukuma and get a sense of what the market community really is expecting and the kind of questions that they will be asking the management. But Business Morning continues after now. Stay with us.